Hi everyone, this is my first week on YouTube, and I thought I'd do a review of the Oscar movies since they just got nominated last week. The first movie that got nominated was American Sniper. I just recently saw this last weekend, and it really kind of broke everything that I thought was going to be coming from the movie. It hadn't had a lot of pushing up to it, and this weekend it made over 100 million, breaking all kinds of records. It's the true story of a sniper, credited to be the most deadly sniper of all time in US history. The main character is played by Bradley Cooper. He does a fantastic job as playing Chris Kyle. It's about a man who has his whole life working up to this and then joining the military and then his finding redeeming qualities in the military. His wife is played by Sienna Miller, and it's directed by Clint Eastwood. It's actually a really good film. It's been getting a lot of credit this weekend. It's also got some controversy about certain scenes, but overall I thought it was a really good movie and it could really be a dark horse in the Oscar competition. The second movie that got nominated was Birdman, another one of my favorites. It stars Michael Keaton as a washed-up actor who used to play a superhero named Birdman. He then decides to come to New York and start running a Broadway production. While there, he has to deal with his drug-recovering daughter and another washed-up actor who thinks he's the greatest thing to ever see on Broadway. His daughter's played by Emma Stone, and the other actor he gets involved with is Edward Norton. The movie's really good. He goes between comedy and drama and a mixture of everything. He does a really great job. I would really be shocked if he doesn't win for Best Actor. It's going to be a very close race this year. Could be a dark horse. We will see come Oscars. Third movie nominated this year is Boyhood, one of my personal favorites. I really loved it. It's directed by Richard Linklater. It's a story of about a boy from his age 8 to age 18. It took 12 years to film. They used all the same actors. Stars Ethan Hawke, Patricia Arquette, and L.R. Coltrane, who plays the young boy. Linklater's daughter actually plays the daughter in the film as well. They filmed over a 12-year period, 1 month each year, and it really shows the progression of what people were really thinking during the time periods that they were filmed at. It's no holds barred. Patricia Arquette does a really great job as the mother dealing with being a single mother and marrying the wrong guy multiple times. It's a great film. I think it could win. I hope it wins. I give it a really high score. The third film nominated this year was actually a really old film. It actually came out towards the beginning of the year, and I'm surprised it's gotten as much traction as it has. The movie that I'm talking about is Grand Budapest Hotel. It's directed by Wes Anderson. It's about it follows the adventures of a man named Gustav. He's played by Ralph Fiennes. He's the concierge to a hotel. It takes place during periods between World War I and World War II, and it follows his adventures all around as he gains the inheritance to the multi-million-dollar portrait that the family of the deceased is trying to take back from him, even though he has the rights to it. It's a quirky, funny film. It's filmed by Wes Anderson. Love the way he films his movies. Great tracking shots, great filming. Overall, well done. It did win at the Golden Globes, so it does have a lot of force going into the Oscars. But then again, it also came out a long time ago, so we'll see how well that plays out. It does have the most nominations, tied with Birdman and Imitation Game are also up there, so we'll see what happens. The next movie that was nominated was Imitation Game, also another strong contender at the Oscars, has lots of awards nominated to it. I thought it was okay. It's about a man named Alan Turing. He invented what is considered like the modern day computer. At the time, he was working on a program to crack the German Nazi code, and it stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Alan Turing and Keira Knightley as his love interest. In the ending, it's a great ending. It's very sad, and I felt very emotional to it, but it's very well done. It's a relatively unknown director, mostly did British films. He did a great job. It could win. I personally didn't think it was all that great. I thought Benedict Cumberbatch was great, but I think he made everybody else in the film look subpar because of his ability of acting. Other than that, it was an okay film. I would rank it somewhere in the middle of the pack. Next film nominated was Selma. Selma is a biopic on Martin Luther King. It's about his march from from Selma to Birmingham. It was the main character, Martin Luther King, is played by David Oyelowo, a British actor. It was okay. It had a lot of controversy swirling around it about whether it was accurate about LBJ. It made some racist claims about him. It kind of did a lot to degrade his legacy. His family was not very happy. A lot of people controversy around it. It hasn't made a whole lot of money. It's actually got hurt pretty bad this weekend. It actually lost sales, if anything. Overall, it's kind of had an air of black cloud around it. Then when the Oscar nominations came out, it also had even worse problems because the Academy then be called racist for not nominating Oyelowo or Ava DuVernay, who is the director of the film. It's had an uphill battle, and if it wins, it's gonna take a lot of work. But I personally would have ranked it towards the bottom. It's nowhere near as good as 12 Years a Slave. So the claims of racism is a little bit off, but I still think that it was an okay film. Not necessarily the best, but not necessarily all that bad either. Next film that was nominated was Theory of Everything. Great film about Stephen Hawking, about his life before and after his disease. It includes his wife and his kids and how he dealt with all the issues leading up to his being put in a chair for the rest of his life. Great film. Eddie Redmayne plays the Stephen Hawking. He does a great job. Amazing actor. It's going to be really close down to him and Michael Keaton for who can win Best Actor. Felicity Jones also does a great job as his wife, Jane. She went through a hell of a lot with him, and Jane is an amazing person, and Felicity Jones does a great job of truly getting her character. It looks like it's going to be a close race for Best Actor and Best Actress. The last film nominated this year was one of my personal favorites, and I think it's a long shot, but it's really great. Well done. It's called Whiplash. It's about a boy going to a high-pressure conservatory for music. He wants to be a world-renowned drummer. He wants to do everything he can, and he joins this jazz band that is conducted by a man named who's played by J.K. Simmons. He's a strong-willed, hard-headed director who pushes his people to as far as he can to get them to play the best. Miles Teller plays the boy. He does a great job. J.K. Simmons also does a great job as director. He will be nominated. He is nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and hopefully he wins because he's really amazing in it. It's one of my personal Oscar favorites. I don't think it's going to win, but hey, you never know. So on that note, that's all the Oscar Best Pictures for this year.
Let me go. I don't wanna be your hero. I don't wanna be a big man. I just wanna fight with everyone else. You're mad.